Hey, how everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast here on YouTube. I'm your host, Newt. What we got here is this is something unique. This is probably the fourth, fifth copy of this book. That's a key. A key. What is the early '80s? It's not modern age. Is that copper, bronze? I guess bronze would be the right key. Bronze Age book for DC. This is issue 2 of the New Teen Titans, which, if you know anything about New Teen Titans, you know issue 2 is worth probably more than issue 1 because of everything else. But let's go into it here, because truly be in the New Teen Titans, you're too late to save your fellow Titans, Raven. I just killed them all. Wrong, you didn't kill them. I did. This right here is the reason why. George Perez is December of 50 cents or so. And this copy's beat up. I had a mint copy from back in the day, and I sold it off quite a while back. What this is, and why this is such a big deal, is this is the first appearance of Deathstroke the Terminator, Slade Wilson. From, well, modern audiences will know him, like, if you watch Arrow, he's on Arrow. He was on the Teen Titans cartoon, he's been around. He's known in the DC, outside the DC comic fans now. He's one of those guys that's, kind of good and bad. This is his first appearance, and this is from December of '80. So actually, this came out probably about October. So yeah, this is Copper then, and it's George Perez and Marv Wolfman, co-creators and layouts. Rumo Toggles, the finisher, and there he is. That's the first page open. There he is from the back. And he gets hired by the Hive. They want him to go fight the. They're actually testing. They want to go fight the Titans, and they end up giving his son. Look at this great ad. Oh man, the Fonzie cartoon, Richie Rich, Scooby and Scrappy, all that. And giving his son similar powers, but they don't do it right, and he ends up killing him. He becomes the Revenger. Wonder Woman. Oh, this is when Starfire. It's how Starfire learns English. She kisses Robin and absorbs the English language out of him. Wonder Woman hosts this ad. That's the first appearance you get of Deathstroke, with the mask. Let me turn that light off again. Sorry. There he is. Yeah, I want to run a computer cross check on the Hive. That's like hierarchy of international vengeance and eliminations. And while the mysterious Terminator continues his communication to East Side Penthouse, we best take a look at the island somewhere in the middle. I'm ready. You understand the risk? Yeah, we've gone over it 1,000,000 times. Then so we shall do so once again. Human beings only use 1/10 of their brain power capacity. We learned that the Terminator increases capacity to 90%. We're going to increase your capacity to 100%. Just imagine the power to disposal when you finally destroy the new Titans. And yeah, of course, it's great. I mean, that's Wally West Flash. For y'all to know, Flash is Wally West. Beast Boy, Changeling, Wonder Girl. Always gonna have some women in bikinis. This was basically DC's X-Men. This was their big book at the time. Not this issue. I think this is a series that took a few issues to really, really get going. If I'm remembering right, I'm thinking it was a few issues. Give me 2 seconds. But yeah, this and like Swamp Thing. The DC in the '80s for the crisis, there wasn't a lot coming out from them that was really good. Like Superman was in Red, Batman was in Red, but this, Swamp Thing, All-Star Squadron. I was like, it usually is at DC. You stay away from the big titles, and the stuff's usually decent. And there he is, the Ravager. And then Deathstroke shows up. You're Deathstroke the Terminator. My father told me about you, and the Hive gave me powers like yours, maybe even better. Not quite, kid. Your brain capacity's been increased, but you're feeding off your body's own energy. Keep using your power and you'll kill yourself. The Hive said you said you'll be jealous. My dad used to say you're the best hitman in the country. He said, once you took an assignment, you never failed. Well, I took an assignment too, destroy the Teen Titans. And mister, I'm not going to fail. Not now, not ever. And then we have this big fight between the Titans and the Ravager and Deathstroke the Terminator. And he ends up, look, he uses power too much and he kills him. That was Grant Wilson. Okay, that's what I thought. It's his son. He walks off with him, and that's how we get, you know, look at that truck. Model car ads and dingo boots with OJ. But yeah, and what happened was not a couple of years back. It was 2020, maybe 2021. I think 2020. A friend of mine said, "Hey, look, I went to a thrift store or a junk store and I had a big box of comics. I paid like $20. You want? Yeah, sure." I was like, "I'll pay you that." No, you don't have to. And there's a big stack of titles. These are all well read. I mean, you can see that's a well read copy. And there was like 2 copies that I issued in there. So I was like, "Hey, I got a copy again," because I had, back in there I had a mint one. Somewhere in the collection, I have was it DC Archives? It's a nice hardcovers that reprints this. I got some good copies of it, but this is just a good reading copy. I mean, look at that. And probably the one I picked up off the newsstand when I was a kid looked like this, After all, that's probably the cover's all jacked up, but man, I love this book. New Teen Titans with Perez and Wolfman was like, that sweet spot of DC in the 80s. And once it went to the Baxter paper in the second run, it lost something, and after that, So but the first 2-3 years, it was really, really good. It was one of those books I loved reading. I loved finding issues like at the newsstand or like back issues because I didn't get to the comic shop often, but my local library had a comic swap, and I get issues from there, so I do a lot. And I found out years later, a guy I knew that lived near there would go to a local store and steal comics and trade them at the comic shop to get stuff he wanted. That's why they would have stuff that was brand new like the day after it came out. But I'm out, everybody. Boom. Laters.